Hey, it's Nintendo Sony for 2011 here, aka MannyWolverine. Of course, you guys know the rest of the intros and outros towards the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, BShoot, Brighteon, and of course, Rumble and any other social media site you guys can think of. I'm playing some new extra music in the background, guys. I'll let you guys know what it is. Anyways, links in the description box down below, cards on the side if you want to check it out. Anyways, I know you guys can't see it completely way out talking, drinking like beautiful epic coffee mug I got from like in 2019, like a year before the whole, you know what happened, the beer bug happened. Okay, the pandemic started happening last year, and then it's probably gonna happen to, probably gonna keep going on until like 2028, 2029. By the time I'm not 38, 39, by now I'm probably almost 40 by that point. But anyways, let's get this thing on because that's pretty awesome. The old school master himself. I'm not gonna say he's back. The original one before Nintendo of America CEO President Doug Bowser took over, and then Nintendo Japan about 3.5 years ago, it was 2017, 2018, after Tetsuya Kimishima was done being president, CEO, CFO of Nintendo Japan, and then being Shintaro Furukawa before those two started going in the power of Nintendo. I don't know who it is for Europe and maybe parts of South America and maybe even Central America, I don't know, or maybe Canada. It's probably the same thing for the United States, Doug Bowser still. Anyways, links are screwball down below both these articles. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna read the whole article for that. I might do like a commentary reaction video for this, because this has been making rounds for YouTube for the past like 2-3 days. So pretty big ass news. I know there's a video for it. I know there's an apology video for it too, but it's been I don't even know. I honestly wouldn't really call it Twitch drama community, because she came from the OnlyFans community, which is pretty crazy. This chick named Playmate Tessi. But anyways, this is really, really messed up, like real edgy, like let's say not early 2000s, mid-late 2000s, 4chan, 8chan, Reddit shit. And it's extremely mega offensive to the whole internet, unfortunately. And this one comes from Logan Moore. Let's get to this Nintendo news first. Former Nintendo president Reggie made the old school Mr. My body is ready. Oh man, I didn't think even in 2021 we'd be hearing this man's name. It's insane. It was only like half a week, half a week. Being in my early 30s, almost my mid 30s pretty soon. Nintendo Switch was a make or break product for the company by Logan Miller. So I'll leave links to both these down below. I'll read the full article for this one though. There was a Sonic the Hedgehog article too about them making new fan. I didn't get to it. It was a new animation thing they're gonna make for Netflix, so I'm a little sad and scared for it too. And the dark, evil, sinister, masonry garbage and Bill of a Rockefeller Rothschild garbage that's involved in all the Netflix stuff. Oh god. That's why I'm not to get into super religious or biblical stuff. I tried to read the Bible maybe 4 or 5 times an hour right after I got out of work. And after I play a little bit of Nintendo Switch after a while. And I might look at some commentary like rant videos and a bunch of other types of crazy videos on YouTube or fun. But let's continue. Oh, I heard the news about the dude, like some people were giving this dude a lot of shit. I would have made it a separate video on, but I don't think the topic was too big for me personally, in my opinion. But the actor named Roger something, he was done being the voice actor for Sonic Boom. And again, I only watched like 2 or 4 episodes, maybe 5 episodes of the most of them. Just really captured my attention. And it's for a lot of the Zoom generations, the millennial, after my generation, the millennials is on after that. But in my heart and spirit, I always felt like it was Gen X. I don't know why. It's weird. So let's start this. It's almost a hard time to remember that Nintendo wasn't in such a good place a few years ago. The Switch became a resounding success for its release from Nintendo for one of the most successful companies in the video game industry. The Switch had turned out any differently though, it might have been a very different time for Nintendo. In a new conversation with the New York Gaming Awards, Reggie, the former president of Nintendo, said that Switch was one of his proudest achievements over the course of time with the publishers. Quote, I think what Nintendo did with the Switch, I gotta do this parody thing. I think what the Nintendo Switch did with this, I think what Nintendo did with the Switch after the poor performance of the Wii U, I think, to me, it's just what I heard. That's my long-lasting memory. And that's probably one of the worst Reggie Fils-Aimé impressions. It's still I'm doing it to mock him, man. It was a funny ass dude. Anyways, the beloved former president went on to a talk about how the dismal response to the Wii U was, and the console, the Switch, and I won't do it this time. Before the Switch, and how it was one of the worst performing devices in Nintendo history. Reggie FilAime specifically described it as a console of, quote, unperformed pretty radically in the marketplace, as such that the name was ensuring that the Nintendo Switch has so much more important. FilAime also went as far as to say that the release for success of the Nintendo Switch was something that the whole company could potentially hinge upon. I've never heard that word before. It's a quote. And when you're the only business in a video game is next had to be successful, and the Switch was continuing being a dynamic platform, selling exponentially well. FilAime then said along with so many other things, I was a part of the Switch. It was really, it really was a make or break product for the company, and luckily it was a hit. And thank God it was. I bless that man. So, but anyways, let's continue. Yahweh Jesus. So let's continue. It's not much of a shocker to hear that FilAime also talked about how important the Switch was for Nintendo, but it does have a greater reminder of how things turned out for the console manufacturer. It would have been interesting to see the world-renowned video game publisher have done well with the Switch. Alright, so as I was saying, sorry I had to pause the video real quick. Oh man, I actually did this little delivery thing for Postmates. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was some old school McDonald's, my break. It's one of my freaking guilty pleasures. That and Wendy's and Burger King spicy chicken things, whatever. It's one of those three. One of those two was really a finger, but anyways, let's continue. So how do you feel about Nintendo Switch's 4-year release? After it is a console that you often play. Let me know on Twitch and your adults in the description box down below. Oh, that's really it? Hey, I guess it's the Sonic Prime animation series. They're trying to make it Transformers. It's gonna be a bitch. But anyways, all about thoughts, views, and opinions. Gotta be a little more quieter now because my fucking roommate's sleeping next to an asshole cocksucker at the time. Actually, this today, he was a real big fucking asshole. Anyways, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. It's crazy, but yes, Nintendo Switches have a shitload of success. It still is. I mean, yeah, I'm one of the stockbroker, stock margin manager. Like I said before, my older video yesterday of the GameStar Robinhood thing, part 2. I'm not a financial advisor or marketing strategist or any of those sort of things, but hey, I had a really good ass year for me, honestly. For the past 4 years, just still selling auto out because even won the freaking PlayStation effing 5 itself. So let's get into the second bit of news, right? I'm not going to get into the full article, I'm just going to read half of it. This is from #. There was another one from Daily Dot. It was really old. It's from January 12th or 13th. We're already in the 1st of February, February 1st. So there's no point in reading that, but I'll leave it down below. I haven't read from Daily Dot in the longest time. It's not on here or any of my favorite things. Bookmark points. It says Playmate Tessi, where he's alleged cancer patient before apologizing. He just comes from, I'm just going to say the last name, Metha. I'm probably going to butcher the last name. First name. So it says OnlyFans content creator Playmate Tessi. And I know a lot of people have been saying, a lot of these chicks nowadays are looking like Pokimane and Bella Porch and freaking, even a little bit to a certain extent, Bella Thorne. Sanity, bro. And she didn't even get famous from OnlyFans and all that shit. She got famous from way back in the Disney era. It was late 2000s, early 2010s, 2009, 2010, I don't know. Anyways, later, Playmate Tessi is caught on camera making fun of someone having berated them for 10 minutes over a live stream, as many of their expected audiences are simply not having it. The YouTuber went on to Omegle to talk to strangers and ended up using all her all-time energy insulting someone. By editing parts of the video, it appears that Tessi thought she had gotten away with the live rant. However, Reddit posts videos on. I didn't even know those on Omegle. Wow. What happened to Omegle? To the Omegle video. It says Tessi insulted an anonymous person in the video, continuously calling herself fat, ugly, and such a means person. And worse. Oh, this shit right here back in elementary middle school days, this shit would have really got me mega effing angry, man. I don't even want to go back to thinking about those days. Just That shit would have triggered me to the freaking max, where I would have became a school personal protection firearm person. That's what it would have been. I'd be in prison, temporary, not temporary, just in like penitentiary system in prison. I would have did that. Anyways, let's move on. She even added, quote, "My lips cost more than you do, and at least I'm not a whore," and repeatedly interrupted to other persons in the statement saying, "At least I am not a fucking poor." I thought I said border. A hoarder. Anyways, let's continue on. That's still just as bad. After about 3 minutes, Tessi admitted that she wouldn't post the video because she wouldn't get cancelled. She didn't realize that the other person is wearing a wig and demands the wig should be taken off. Even after it suggested that Omegle had cancer, Omegle may have, other Omegles may have cancer, the influencer kept making fun of her and deformed and pathetic. I don't know if this person that wrote this article is in English isn't their first language. So I think they were Arabic, Middle Eastern, or Indian. So maybe it was like Hindi or Punjabi was their first language. So maybe English is their second or third language, I don't know. Also wrong. The influencer kept making fun of her, calling her deformed and pathetic. Wow. Some effed up savage shit, man. Going back to the mid-late 2000s or 2010s, the 4chan and Reddit days, man. People were way more ruthless at that time. Trust me. So says, at that time of writing, the anonymous person in the video was still unidentified and is still not confirmed as to whether they have cancer or not. Who was Playmate Tessi? Playmate Tessi is an influencer and content creator YouTube. I didn't know who this chick was or what. It's like the most 4 days ago. And I guess she was around a lot longer. I have no idea who she was. I just thought she was from OnlyFans. I haven't switched her now. Oh, okay. So she was big on YouTube and Twitter too, and Twitch, I guess. She also has a subscription-based page on OnlyFans, which is she posts uncensored content aimed to plus audience. I've seen like the free leaked versions of stuff from OnlyFans already, and a few of them, one or two, are real super impressive. Not trying to sound like a simp or weakless, spineless mother effer, but yeah, a few of the girls are extremely super pretty. One or two of them are hot. Most of them are just generic as hell for me. And if you want even, you can just use the P word, P-Hub or whatever. And yeah, that's crazy. You guys can really apology shit yourself. I think it's just complete garbage. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Fortunately, this is another garbage human being. Maybe she didn't know anything better. I'm not gonna try to. Like I said before, I've heard way worse, and I'll get to it in a second. But I've heard way worse than 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit. But a lot of these girls, especially, not just girls, some guys do it too. Whatever the fuck they want to even call themselves, non-binary, 100,000 spirits, LGBTQ plus IA, etc., straight or gay. Especially a lot of these young Zoomers, because like the Z generation, the one generation of mine, they have no filter. They give zero fucks. And I actually heard that she got caught by her dad, and the dad made like a video statement of how he responded to the whole thing. He was extremely mega heated. He was absolutely like, he was losing his shit. This is like an old school 2008, 2009, early 2010 like thing that happened on Jesse Slaughter from way back then. I know I'm going way back deep into the rabbit hole with that. I'm not going to explain that because I think I did on my old school criticism and criminalization match way back in the day. I talked about that. I think I was like very late teens. I think I was like 19 at the time, barely hitting 20. So there was that. I will say this, yeah. I've heard a lot of crazy ass shit from old school racial slurs and like a lot of stuff, even anti-LGBTQIA stuff, like a lot of homophobia crap that was on there and all this other shit. I'm not sure if she had an older brother or sister she got a lot of that from. I could have been an otaku, Nikki Komori, or a hermit, or something. Somebody was ostracized and outcast from freaking, what's it called, from real life society and just to the internet. And with these incels and all that super dark, evil ass, like edgy type of evil fucked up jokes. Some of them are good, others are way too fucking far. Maybe this is where this chick Playmate Tessi got it from. She was just brainwashed by a lot of that shit. Now, if that's the case, I'm not offending her. I do feel bad for her if that's where she got a lot of that shit from. But it is what it is. Other than that, that's all I gotta say for now. Maybe she was like led the wrong way and led astray. I don't know. That's all I gotta say for now. Right, links, switch bars down below, characters, so I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen. Fanboys and fangirls as always. Talk is in commodity. I'll see you when I see you guys today, every night, wherever you live, South Thursday, for your content, including Twitch, drama news, video game industry news, and manga news. And that's it. Hey, out. Peace out. Nice talk, ladies and gentlemen. See you.